Let's understand pricing elasticity and competitive pricing as pricing strategies. So pricing elasticity simply refers to the relationship between the quantity demanded with the change in pricing. Okay. So as you can see in this table, there are three products: product A, product B, product C. Okay. Product A has $10 pricing on day 1 and $8 on day 30. The quantity demanded moved from 1000 to 1200. The pricing elasticity, as calculated by the percentage change in quantity demanded over the percentage change in price, is -1, right? An increase in revenue is -400, right? You can do your calculation, but you'll get the -400. Product B, on the same hand, was the price was increased from $10 to $15, and the quantity demanded moved from 2000 to 1500, and the pricing elasticity reduced from -1 to minus 0.5, right? But increase in revenue was 2500, right? Despite lesser number of products, we were able to make more revenue. In both of these scenarios, the product A and product B are elastic. Okay, and pricing elasticity is always a negative number. It's a percentage change in quantity over the percentage change in price. Okay, so you would say the product is very elastic. Okay, but if there's a small change in price is not accompanied by a major change in quantity demanded, then it is called, the product is said to be inelastic. But if a small change in price is leading to a large change in quantity, is then the product is said to be very elastic. Okay, so product A and B are elastic while product C is inelastic. You can see, despite the change in price, the quantity demanded is still the same. Now what is competitive pricing? Well, the idea behind this is very simple. I'm going to price whatever the competition is charging. Okay, so in this strategy, the main aim is to keep the price of the product at the same level as the competition. Okay, and price is used as a baseline or indicator. That's it. Okay, and to attract customers, the following aspects are used. For example, you will be looking at the quality in production. You will basically try to outcompete your competitor, not on pricing, but on the quality, on better service, on creativity, or anything else. For example, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, Nike and Puma, Nike or Adidas, right? It's basically quality, it's about better service, creativity, etc., etc., which is the aspect on which customers are being won right now, right? So key elements of implementing the strategy would be, you have to have accurate idea of who your competitor are or is, and what is the price at which the competitor is selling. Now, in the case of Pepsi and Coca-Cola, for example, it's very simple. You know the price very clearly, right? But in a lot of other scenarios, for example, in B2B sales, you would not exactly know the price of your competitor. For example, if you are a services company which provide web services, you build websites, for example, it's very difficult actually, right? Because you would not know what your competitor is actually charging their customers, and you would do different kind of activities. You might you will send a fake customer to get the pricing that this person is doing, I mean your competitor is doing, and so on, right? You will figure it out basis such things, right? So if you look at, for example, if you look at a handcrafted leather shoe maker, right, he'll not be competing on price with mass producers, right? Mass producers would be having economies of scale, so they can produce actually at very cheap price, right? If he does that, he'll become unprofitable and he'll go out of the market very soon, right? So he will actually look at only those competitors who also are the makers of handcrafted leather shoes, very high end, right? And he would price according to that in his local geography, right? Now, pricing above competitors. So in the first strategy, you are pricing to meet the competition. The second one is to you're pricing above the competitors, right? So to be able to price above competition, there needs to be a clear non-price advantage. It could be the brand, it could be some maverick factor, it could be something. Okay, so it is possible in some cases due to the high price to quality association. Okay, and the key to success of this strategy is to prove to the customers that your product justifies the price. So even if I'm charging double the competition or higher the competition, the customers know that what they're paying for. For example, Prime membership for Amazon is priced comparatively higher than that of Walmart's, right? However, the premium pricing justified because of the value-added services. So that's why there is music, there's videos, there's a ton of other things that Prime members get. And then pricing below the competitors, that's another strategy, and this is used to dominate a market niche. Okay, so the goal of this strategy is to gain a large sales volume. It's not on the lower price or the profit margins. The idea is to basically gain a large sales volume, so you'll price below the competitors, and by controlling costs and overheads and reducing the extent of services, you can perhaps generate a good profit as well, because the volumes would most likely increase. If you all your competitors are charging maybe $10 and you're charging $8, assuming that you are able to establish that the pricing is not reflective of a poorer or inferior quality, there's a good chance you will be able to make more money, right? So for example, a 30 ml can of Coke is at $1.35, and a 30 ml can of Pepsi is at $137, right? $1.37. And since people in this segment are price sensitive, there's a good chance that people will buy just Coke, right? Especially when you talk about bulk purchases, this all of this adds up, right? So in this strategy, it is very important to ensure the cost is as low as possible, and you can achieve this via economies of scale. One of the major drawbacks is once you have priced your product lower than your competition, it's very difficult to charge higher or to increase the price again. Okay. So, for example, Kmart is a discount clothing chain. Okay, it was unable to reposition itself, as a provider of designer women's clothes, because people just perceive Kmart will have cheap products. That's it. Just like Maruti, the example that I gave earlier, Maruti Suzuki is a car manufacturer, and it is having a tough time whenever it comes to selling premium cars. It is able to sell the affordable, cheap family cars in bulk and volume. It has the largest market share in that. But as soon as the premium market comes in, it's just not able to acquire the same kind of market share. So to conclude, pricing elasticity and competitive pricing is very interesting strategies depending on the goals you're trying to achieve, right? Keep that in mind, and basis that, figure out what's the pricing you would want to go for. Thank you.